Hi, so welcome to today's video where we'll be talking about some of the simple things that you need to do. And I'll be teaching you 4 simple things you need to do when somebody is not picking your calls. Now, we've already had a lot of misinterpretation around calls and who ought to pick your calls and when they are not. Often, people have addressed the situation towards spouse, your loved ones, and all of that. But we're yet to consider the official instances when you had to call somebody for that official reasons and they are not picking your calls. What exactly would you be doing, and what do you need to do to earn their respect in that instance? That is what I'll be teaching you today in these 4 simple steps that you need to know. So follow me and let's go. But one thing you need to do is when you try calling a person for the very first time, especially somebody that has given you an appointment via call, what you need to do is to call them the first time, which is expected. And when they're not picking, you try a second time. Now, I'll give you a very simple instance. I tried calling somebody once, he did not pick, and it was for a very official reason. I called the second time, he did not pick. The next thing you're expected to do as a person who understands bureaucracy is to leave them a text message. Now, you may just think because they have not been able to attend to your calls that the text message should just come at whatever length and breadth that you want it to come. No, that is not the case. What you need to do is you need to calm down, sit carefully, be calculative about what you intend to say in that text message, and your text message should be as courteous as it must be. Try as much as possible not to get angry at the fact that you called and they are not picking up. Make sure your text message express a courtesy to enable them know that you're actually trying to reach out to them. And I'll show you an example of that text message, something I did to an official person in time past. You can see it reading on my screen. You can see how official the text message read, yet I try to as much as possible sought after the person's well-being. That will give them a sense of the fact that they are dealing with an intelligent fellow. Now, if they are not still returning your calls, they are not returning your text message after you have done it, this is the third thing to do. The third thing to do is to try calling them again, but make sure it's past some hours or some minutes. Try calling them again, but this time around, you just call once. When you call and they're not picking again, still do a text message, but leave that text message to keep them in suspension. The next text message you have to do is like a suspension to them. And what you do in that text message is just basically telling them that you've tried calling, they're not picking up, you're not angry, but you basically want to make sure that they are all right and fine. Because sometimes we may stand to judge people from our perspective and from the point of view that we are basically because we are in need of their presence at that time. But it may happen that they are actually facing some very serious situation and they are not at liberty to talk, or probably they are not in the right frame of mind to talk. So in such instances, what do? You allow your text message to reflect a situation that shows you care for the person. That is the only way those people will be able to understand and know that, see, this person actually has the emotional intelligence to carry out such matter. And you know what that will earn you? This is the fourth step now. It will earn you a respect, and you definitely get a call from them, whether now or later. And whenever they call or they send you a reply text, what they intend doing is they would apologize and they would look for how to fix a reappointment with you. And this time around, you would have the higher stake because they know that they had actually wronged you and they will be able to come back begging for more. I remember a time when I was chasing a legal luminary to come help me facilitate a program, and it was postponing calls, postponing text messages from time to time. At a point, I just keep trying with text messages, checking up on him as every other, just to make sure that I show that I understand and I sympathize towards him. The day came, he called back and said, I owe you, and what I will definitely do is to be present and make sure I work with you on this thing that you intend to do. And to date, we're still maintaining that conversation. So learn how to be considerate when you're trying to reach out to people and they are not answering. I hope this first step I've been able to help you. Remember, number one, when you try calling them for 2 times and they're not replying, send a text message. It's very important. And when you send a text message, make sure it is courteous. It has every atom of courtesy. Don't be angry at the fact that they are not picking up. Again, remember, they might be in a situation, and maybe after 1 2 hours or 35 minutes they are not still replying, depending on the urgency of the matter. Try again with one call, and if they're not picking, remember to send a message the third time, which will show sympathy, that you're actually trying to just check up on them to know if they are fine to attend to what you had them or what you wanted them to attend to. And don't worry, the fourth time an attempt to come is for them to actually call you back. That is the fourth step. The first step is actually at their own end, because they will be the one to actually apologize to you. So I hope this video has been able to help you to learn something, so that you can as well leverage on this opportunity and earn respect from officials when you get to interface with people that may be in a position of authority or governance. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on the notification button so we can bring you more videos of this nature.